Early 2014 saw the release of Frankenstein. This movie stars Aaron Eckhart and has a lot of creative talent behind the Underworld series, and that really does show on screen. The basic premise here, you have Adam, also known as Frankenstein's monster. We have a brief prologue at the beginning of the movie showing us the creation of Adam, and we actually see Victor von Frankenstein on screen. However, the majority of this movie actually takes place in contemporary America. And the story basically centres around two sort of warring factions. That of the gargoyles, who fight on the forces of good and who have been placed here by angels to watch over humanity, and the demons, who have their own nefarious plan. And Adam essentially is to become a central figure within this war. The demons' plan is to be able to resurrect a large number of dead humans and insert demonic souls into these corpses, but they needed technology that was used to create Frankenstein's monster, but he had to actually reanimate these corpses, and hence why Frankenstein's monster, or Adam, is a central figure in this plan. Add to the mix, you've got a female doctor who is kind of positioned to be a potential love interest for Adam, and there's your movie. So like I said, this film is very, very reminiscent of the Underworld series. You'll see some familiar faces pop up, like Bill Nighy, for example, as the main bad guy, really reprising his role that he did in the Underworld series as well, and a couple of other familiar faces as well in front of the camera and behind it. So what does Frankenstein rate is compared to the Underworld movies? It's a lesser beast, I have to say, and it's mainly because I think this plot has some rather large holes in it and hasn't been particularly thought through. For example, there's very, very little humans in this movie, and you'll see there's meant to be this sort of secret war, yet we see thousands upon thousands of demons and turning into sort of fire when they die, and gargoyles flying around the skies, and no one seems to be the wiser, which is just a bit stupid. It's not as they can't see them either, because we actually have our one human character played by the actress from Chuck, or like Yvonne someone whose name I can't pronounce, actually does see these. It's not as if they're invisible to humans. So that's kind of the main thing. It's just kind of a bit of a dumb film overall. It just doesn't seem like it's been thought through all of that well. And it has a relatively basic plot. On the plus side, I think Aaron Eckhart does a pretty good Frankenstein, and he takes the role quite seriously and is actually kind of showing his chops for a potential superhero movie. However, the actual Frankenstein's monster itself is a little bit disappointing. They've chosen to go just for Aaron Eckhart in kind of slightly scarred makeup, and he really doesn't look like he's kind of made of any other than one person, just who's been maybe in a car accident, which is a little bit disappointing. So he's meant to be the heroic guy, and I think it looks like the filmmakers don't think the audience will accept a hero who is kind of basically ugly. So they've kind of made Aaron Eckhart just exactly the same as he would normally look, which is a shame. There are some, pretty decent battle sequences between the warring factions, although it's all very sort of CGI. Overall, I think it was a pretty average film. Frankenstein, I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.